Hello everybody and welcome. Last time out we got 2 wins in an episode. Since then our form's gone very, very bad. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 5 of the Rothosen Redemption, an FM26 series where we try and rebuild Hamburg into one of the leading forces in the Bundesliga and, of course, Europe once again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have 2 games for you in the Bundesliga. It's match days 11 and 12. We face Ausburg away from home at the WWK Arena, and then we are at home at the Volkspark Stadion where we face Stuttgart, who until recently were top of the table. I did mention in the preamble that we obviously won both our games in the last episode, but since then our form has gone out the window. Last time out, we played 2 games. Wolfsburg, we beat 4-1 in the Bundesliga, and then a 3-1 win against Köln. A bit of a comeback, that one, if I remember rightly. We were behind... Hubers. An own goal after 3 minutes. We had a 2-1 lead. Then Bielta got one back, and we scored another one after 71. And then that's how the episode went. A good win against Wolfsburg. But our form since then has gone awry because we played Köln back-to-back games in the Bundesliga, and we were like 2 different sides. We beat them in the DFB Cup, and then lost to them 2-0. It was a very poor showing altogether. We only had 47% of the possession, 8 shots, 4 on target. They had 19 shots, 9 on target. They still had the flat back 3, and it performed extremely well. As you'll see, this unit here performed exceedingly well. We couldn't find a way through. We couldn't do pretty much anything. Our XG was 0.69 against their 2.36, and as a consequence, as you'll see, look, they pretty much dominated the match, and we never had a look in. So a 2-0 loss to Köln in that one when we should really have beaten them. And then we managed to get a 1-1 draw against Borussia Dortmund. I'm not absolutely certain how we did it, but we did do it. And I think it was only by the fact that Borussia Dortmund had played Olympiacos. I can't say it. Olympiacos in the European Cup in the midweek. And that is what basically did for us. Actually managed to get in. Philippe scored after 14 minutes, but literally from the restart, Beer scored the equaliser, and the rest of the game was pretty dire. We did have the majority of the possession at 53%, 10 shots, 5 on target. They had 13 shots, 8 on target. Our XG was 1 against their 1.57. Again, weren't really in it, weren't really great. We've changed formation. Don't look at this formation for a minute. We did change formation to a sort of 4-3-3. With the 2 wide players, and yeah, it wasn't doing it for me. So we've changed formation again. You've got a brief glimpse of it there. A quick look at the table then, how it is. 10 matches in. Hoffenheim have played the early game against Mainz on Friday. More about that in a moment. But Hoffenheim are top on 24. They will lose it if FC Bayern win, because FC Bayern can overtake them to retake the top spot. Hoffenheim have been going well. Stuttgart, who were leading the pack for quite a while, they've had a little bit of unsteady form, to say the least. They drew against Mainz 2-2, lost to our first opponents today, Augsburg, in their last match, which is a rare loss for them because they've only lost twice this season against Freiburg and Augsburg. So they're stuttering a little bit at the moment. Maybe it's a good opportunity, a good time to catch them. We will wait and see. But they are in third. Bayer Leverkusen, I'll get it out right in a minute, are fourth on 17 points. St. Pauli fifth on 17 points. The last of the European places taken up by Freiburg, who are on 15 points. Then there's a group of us on 14 points, 3 teams in fact, and goal difference not particularly fantastic. We've missed opportunities to get right up in amongst those European places, and hopefully we can do a step towards that today. Down the other end, Köln just managing to sit on the trapdoor, 2 points clear of Wolfsburg, who've lost a straight 5 games now. They are on the playoff place for relegation. Heidenheim and Union Berlin still in that drop zone by a couple of points in the bottom there. That's brought you pretty much up to date. No other news, I don't think, to tell you, other than we have changed formation. So let's go and have a look at the team that will face Augsburg in this Bundesliga match day 11 and have a look at the formation that we're going to change to. And here is our new formation, the side that will face Augsburg in this Bundesliga match day 11. Fernandes is in goal. Mayhem, Turanega, Vuskovic and Berger continue as our defensive line. Remberg as our defensive midfielder. Vieira and Sambi Lokonga are at central midfield, and then we have 3 very narrow attackers, in fact 3 strikers up front. Felipe, Königsdorf and Poulsen comes in that central role. That is the in possession. The out of possession, the 2 other players playing as strikers drop out as wide players, and then the defensive in central midfield drop into a defensive midfield line, and then the 2 wing backs drop back as fullbacks. That's pretty much how it sets up. We'll see how we get on against it today. That is the team that will face them. The bench then looking like this. It's Tanvig, Mikkelbrentes, Rath, Katabach, Groenbeck, Capaldo, Downs, Jatta, and making a rare appearance, Stange. And here we are at Augsburg. They're playing a 3-4-3 today. Looks more like a 5-2-2-1 to me. Making no changes from the side that beat Stuttgart 4-3 in their last match. They are 13th on 12 points. They're playing white shirts today with a red and black sash. We're playing in our black shirts. Almost like a Manchester City top, that, almost. And Königsdorf getting us underway. Poulsen, Mayhem to Vieira. We have a corner. Mayhem with the corner. This one swung in. It's headed away. Felipe, Remberg, Felipe, Turanega to Mayhem. And he's brought down right on the edge of the area. And Gulawulu. No penalty. But it will be a free kick, I'm sure. They have a free kick, 18 minutes on the clock. A name that I can't even try and pronounce. And their attacking intent. Need to try and keep them at bay. This new formation we've got to get used to, of course. And they're in, and they've scored. Komar, the scorer. A referee just checking. It's disallowed. He was offside. We are back with parity at 0-0. See the lines now when this ball's played. Yep, he's not much in it. But he is offside. They've had an injury and made a change. Free kick. It's got sailing over the top. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this first half. 3 minutes added on. And it's 0-0 at half-time. We've survived. 4 shots, 1 on target. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target. Our XG has been a little bit better than theirs, but looks like from the graph over here, they've dominated it a little bit more than we have. 52% of the possession. At half-time at the WWK Arena, it's 0-0. They get the second half underway. And Stuttgart are losing 2-0 at half-time. We have a free kick. Marheim with the free kick. It's swung in. It's headed away. Felipe! But he can't get it on target. Marheim. Turanega. Still struggling to find way through against flat back threes. And I think the... it sort of worked out that we do struggle against sides like that, and we need to find one that beats them. And Marheim loses the ball, and Komar this time is onside, and we go behind. And as we've not found a way through, I'm a bit reluctant to think we can get this back. Marheim had his pockets picked, and we were outnumbered as we pressed. And Fernandez, second best. Renberg, Vuskovic, Mikkel Brentes, who's come on that right side for Berger, who picked up a knock. Through to Capaldo. Capaldo's in, and Poulsen gets a goal, and we are level. Question whether he was offside. I don't think he was, because that was passed back from... no, it's a goal. It's a goal. It was passed back from the... We're not going to see the highlight. Why are we not seeing the highlight? What's going on? We did go very attacking, so we're going to drop that back to attacking and see what we can do. Capaldo getting the crossing. As I say, we've entered the last 5 minutes. Let's see if we can go and draw. In fact, should we? Perhaps you should stay ultra attacking, see if we can win this game. Maybe, just maybe, go very attacking, Mark. That's just, we've got nothing to lose. 5 minutes added on at the end of this game. Can we find another way through? Can we get another highlight? They're down our end at the minute, and still down our end. Doesn't bode well, does it? Ryder running the clock down. Swung in. If they score here, which they have, that is the end of it. Schlotterbeck, the scorer, and I think we've lost another match. Oh dear. To the back post. Schlotterbeck getting up above, who was it? Vuskovic. And I just think we need a bit of rebuilding. Yeah, we'll carry on. It's all over, and we've lost 2-1 to Ausburg, who are on a good run of form at the moment. But on 86 minutes, I thought we'd actually managed to pick up a point. As it is, we've dropped 2. 43% of the possession, 9 shots, just 3 on target, despite having 3 strikers up front. They've dominated the match, 57%, 13 shots, 7 on target. 0.76 against our 1.18. We're struggling with players that are good enough to put the ball in the back of the net. And let's have a look at the weekend's games for you so far anyway. Hoffenheim drew 1-1 with Mainz, as we knew. There is a late game today. Bayern Munich against Freiburg. We'll come back, obviously, a round up on that at some point or other. We lost 2-1 to Augsburg. Our new formation not yet bedding in. Stuttgart lost 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund. 2-0 at half-time. Got one back in the second half. But that's all they could do. Heidenheim drawing 1-1 with Borussia Mönchengladbach. St. Pauli and Union Berlin 0-0. Wolfsburg 1. Bayer Leverkusen 1. And as I said, Bayern Munich and Freiburg to play in the late game, and Leipzig playing Werder Bremen on Sunday. They are the weekend's games. The table as it stands at the minute looks like this. Hoffenheim still top, waiting for that game from Bayern Munich. The Stuttgart are in 3rd, Bayer Leverkusen 4th, St. Pauli 5th, and Borussia Dortmund 6th. We are down in 11th place now on 14 points, looking over our shoulders because we are only 5 points adrift of Wolfsburg in that relegation playoff place. So we need to be very, very careful of that. Right, it is 8 days down to the game against Stuttgart. We'll come back ahead of that with a roundup of the rest of the results and a look forward to the game, Bundesliga match day 12. Well, you join me on match day as we look for the first win in 4 games. And what has turned into some sort of erratic form, to say the least. Games have been played. We're playing on Sunday because Stuttgart were playing in the Europa League. So that's why our game is on Sunday. But the games played so far this weekend, Wolfsburg drawing 1-1 with Eintracht Frankfurt, Leipzig beating Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bayern Munich beating St. Pauli 3-1. Augsburg continue their fine form at the moment, climbing the table. They've got a 2-1 win over Hoffenheim, who were leading the pack just a short while ago. Union Berlin getting a rare win. In fact, it might even be their first win of the season against Heidenheim, who are just above them. So a relegation battle, that one. Köln beating Werder Bremen by 3-1, and Bayer Leverkusen drawing 1-1 with Borussia Dortmund. So that is how it's all set up. We play Stuttgart, and can we get this new formation to work, and can we get a win? Let's go and find out. And here is the side that faces Stuttgart in this Bundesliga match day 12. It's a familiar side, to say the least, but a little few changes and tweaks here and there. Fernandes continues in goal. The defensive line is the same. Maheim, Turanega, Vuskovic and Berger as our defensive line. I'm not sure. We haven't really got any strength in depth. That is the big problem, and it does feel that we should change it slightly to see if we can be a bit more defensive, a bit more robust in defence. Anyway, Remberg plays as the defensive midfielder. Vieira is in central midfield alongside Groenbeck, who comes in place of Sambi Lokonga, and then up front it's Felipe Königsdorfer, and Robert Glatzel gets her first appearance of the season. Not fully fit, but he is there in between Königsdorf and Felipe. And then the bench looks like this. It's Tansvig, Mikkelbrentes, Rath, Katabach, Sambi Lokonga, Capaldo, Rossing Lilleselt, Dompe coming back from injury, and Poulsen on the rest of the bench. Just to tell you that the under-19s did play in midweek, played very, very well with this formation, and Rossing Lilleselt did an absolutely tremendous job, so maybe he gets a chance to reproduce that today. And here we are back at the Volkspark Stadion, playing the new formation. Effectively a 4-3-3. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 today. So we'll see how this formation works against them. Making one change from the side that beat Go Ahead Eagles at home in a 4-1 win in the Europa League. They're currently 3rd on 20 points in the Bundesliga. They get underway, playing in a grey top tonight. And they're on the attack. Highlights going to continue. Free kick, Maheim with the free kick, cross it in, headed back across goal. And it's not over yet. Maheim, Vuskovic, through to Königsdorfer. Trying to think then. Berger loses the ball, but he's won it back. Backheeled it. Groenenberg. Königsdorfer puts it away. Aranis forward. Königsdorfer hasn't scored for a while, but inside the first 3 minutes. In fact, might even be inside the 2 minutes. It's checking. It is disallowed. He's offside. He doesn't score. He scored, but he didn't score. We'll see the line now. Just run offside. Yeah. There's the ball. There's the line. Just. And they stepped out. Throw in on this near side. Berger with the throw in. Throws it to Königsdorfer. Königsdorfer puts it in space for Gleitzel. Königsdorfer. Nobody wants to take the shot, for goodness sake. Berger does in the end. That was a bit of haphazardly, wasn't it? But looking promising at the moment. 9 minutes on the clock. Königsdorfer to Gleitzel. We run out of space, really. Königsdorfer put it in space for Vieira. Berger holds the ball up, brings the defender out, and then looks for a bit of space. And is that Königsdorfer? Yeah, Königsdorfer really blocking the view of the goalkeeper, really, and Berger putting it through the gap. It's gone for a corner, I believe. No, it's not. It's a free kick. Stiller. We're not good at defending free kicks. And nearly came off again. And that's headed back. Goalkeeper comes running out. And we'll see what went in here. Question whether it went over the line, I think. Not completely over. They have a free kick. Swung in, headed away. Back out wide. Oh, and that's curled, but wide of the post. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this first half, Remberg along the line to Königsdorfer, who loses out. And we can't give away balls like that. That's gone out wide to Fendrich. Pull back. No penalty given. And a good save by Fernandes. Stops them from getting through. And 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Turanega. Fernandes out to Berger. Berger who's picked up a yellow card. Vuskovic. Berger to Königsdorfer. Groenbeck into space. Gleitzel is there. Gleitzel's lost the ball. Remberg, it's headed back in. Who's got an injury there? Is that one of their players, I think? It's gone wide, though. And half-time has arrived. 33% of the possession. They've been on top of this all the way through. 4 shots, 2 on target for us. 7 shots, 3 on target for them. 0.86 on the XG against our 0.42. We are the poor boys once again, and Stuttgart are really hammering away at us, and I expect them to come out and do the same in the second half. And it's Gleitzel getting us underway for the second half. Turanega out to Berger. Chabot. Newell. On the hour mark. Still struggling to find a way in here. And Farouche. And it's gone in. It was coming. It's been... I'm surprised it's taken them this long, actually. Kanaus, the scorer. And Furich, who's been a bit of a problem down that side, and Berger's not really competitive with him. And, well, it was easy peasy in the end. Fernandes with a goal kick to Remberg. Vieira, Groenbeck, Königsdorfer out to Berger, who's out wide. Vieira finds Berger again. Berger into the area, slots it in. But Lillesholt, I was going to say couldn't get it on target, but it was a corner. Katabac, who's come on for Marheim at the left-back position. Turanega Goes all the way back to Fernandes. Fernandes comes out of his area. Vieira. Capaldo, who's on for Remberg. Berger finds Königsdorfer, who's come a bit wider. Lillesholt! Oh, it's wide. But I think he might have been offside. No, he didn't. And he missed. And the opportunity to win this game may have slipped us by. Let's hope we're not going to lose it now, though, as they come forward. Well, won by Berger, but then lost again. Well, if you know of any way we can fight this off, I really don't know. It's a goal. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's been disallowed. So it stays at 1-1. But if you've got any ideas how we can win, something's wrong. Something's very wrong. I'm tempted to go back to our original formation. And there he is. He's offside. As I say, go back to our original formation. Just sort of eke it out. And we've thrown the last roll of the dice to see if we can win this. Berger winning that ball. Vuskovic back to Fernandes. Turanega into midfield. And this one punted forward. Lillesholt is in. Saved by the goalkeeper. 6 minutes added on at the end of this game. It's looking like a 1-1 draw, which I don't suppose is a bad result given where they are. But just chances that we've had have gone begging again. And it is all over. It's 1-1 draw, which, as I say, isn't a bad result on its own. But, well, we just can't. We've had a bit of that second half, but we just don't seem to be able to find that finite thing. We're not bristling. I think it's a little bit of whatever in the side as well. 40% of the possession. So we had more possession in the second half. 11 shots, 5 on target, 1.03. They had 60%, of course. 15 shots, 8 on target, 1.74. I guess you could say we've stopped them from scoring against us, but we rode our luck, and we've not been clinical at the other end, even with 3 strikers. Well, you come back with the day's results. A 1-1 draw against Stuttgart. The Freiburg drawing 1-1 with Mainz, which means that after 12 rounds, Köln and Eintracht Frankfurt use up their game in hand in midweek. But at the end of today's episode, Bayern Munich back on top, 4 points clear of Hoffenheim in second place. Stuttgart still in third, despite having lost 2 and drawn. In fact, they've only won 1 of their last 5. Drawn 2, lost 2, 1-1. So their form's gone a bit erratic as they were leading the pack. They are in third place on 21. 2 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen, who are in fourth. Ausburg move up into fifth on 18 points. They are separated in goal difference from Borussia Dortmund are in sixth, and St. Pauli on seventh, who's slipping away. Their form has gone out the window. Lost 3, drawn 2 of their last 5. RB Leipzig are in 8th, and then we are in 12th place on 15 points. Could have been up here having if we had won that game, but we're not in winning form at the moment at all. 5 points clear of Wolfsburg, who are in 16th place in the relegation playoff place. They are 3 points clear at Heidenheim, who are in 17th, and 4 points clear of Union Berlin, who are in 18th place, having won their first game of the season against Heidenheim. That's how it is after 12 games of the Bundesliga season. We come back. We have a Pokal, a third round tie against Energy Cottbus. They are our third Liga side. So we face them, and then a home match against Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. Werder Bremen are currently in 10th place. So on 15 points. It's a 6-pointer. If I say so myself, and in between, need to work out whether we stick with the tactic that we've got or we go back to as we were. I need to have a think about it and work it out if I can. If you've got any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below, because I need some help. This lark in the Bundesliga Isn't easy, is it? If you've enjoyed today's episode, though, please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of the Rothosen Redemption as they are released. And as I say, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think I'm doing wrong and what I can do to try and fix the predicament that we're in at the moment. New episodes of the Rothosen Redemption released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's episode 6. It will be out on Friday. If you're not watching my other series, have yourselves a great week. I'll see you Friday. Till then, bye-bye.